Hey everybody, Brent Wolgamott here, getting you ready for my Sequester Season 3 preseason interviews. As I mentioned earlier on the Sequester introductory podcast, Audrey Middleton, who is the creator and producer of Sequester, graciously invited me down to do interviews before the game started with the 20 contestants who are playing the game this season. Tomorrow I'll be interviewing the 10 awesome men who were selected to play, but today it's all about the ladies. The 10 women who are playing in Season 3 of Sequester are interesting and diverse, and I hope you have as much fun watching them as I did interviewing them. Enjoy. Hey, Kimberly.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
I am Brent from RHAP as a podcast.
Hi.
This is our first season covering Sequester, Season 3.
Hi.
So why don't you look out there and tell everybody what your full name is, what you do, and where you're from.
So my name is Kimberley Ford. I am an operating room nurse from Airdrie, Alberta, Canada, but on the side, I am also a professional wrestler.
Yes, this is the part. I saw the nurse thing, and my partner's a doctor, so I was like, that sounds cool. Like, maybe you could talk to her a little bit about that. But then I'm like,
The more
professional
interested-
wrestler. Yes, tell me about that. How did you get involved with this?
So I started wrestling as an amateur wrestler in Canada back when I was 11 years old, and I did that for 8 years.
Okay.
And my love has always been professional wrestling. I am a big fan of all the oldies, all the newies. I still watch it. And I just decided, hey, I'm going to live my dream out. I'm going to get my bucket list done now while I can. And it just happened for me.
Well, my next question was, how are you feeling today? Are you nervous or excited? But you seem like you are totally living in your own skin right now.
I am. You know, every day is a blessing to me, so I just go 100% all the time. I'm very excited to be here. I'm excited to play this game. I love this game. I love reality TV.
Well, let's talk about this game.
Sure.
This is the first season we've covered Sequester on RHAP as a podcast.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what you love about Sequester and why you decided to audition for it.
I love Sequester because they put all the gamers in here. There's not really many floaters in here, unlike other reality shows. There are people that do tend to skirt along the bottom, but for the most part, people are drama, people are here to play, and it is hard, fast, and furious.
Honestly, the night of the Big Brother finale, which as you guys are watching this will be like a month and a half from now, but for us, it happened just last night. I was telling people that Audrey Middleton, who's the producer of the show from Big Brother 17, she does not cast any Annalises, she doesn't cast any Jessicas, there are no wallpaper chicks or guys in the cast. It is 20 freaking nutcases like us who live and breathe this shit.
Absolutely.
And that is why you're here.
That is why I'm here. I'm
All right.
here to cause trouble. I'm here to be as animated as I can, and I'm here to win this game.
Excellent. Well, let's talk about Season 2.
Yes.
Season 2, Judd. I have a question for you.
Yes.
Judd.
Judd.
So, is he an idiot savant or just an idiot? What do you think?
You know what? I think there was a method to his madness.
All right.
I think that he definitely wanted to get the gameplay going, and I think he did play hard fast. I do intend to play hard, but not quite that fast and not quite that insane.
It sounds a little Fancy Fencerton to me, I have to say. So is it, you didn't answer my question. If I was on the jury, I'd be like, you didn't answer my question.
Okay, well, you know what? He is an idiot, but I think in the game he was trying to be an idiot savant.
All right, sounds good.
There you go.
All right, so let's talk big picture.
Okay.
Your strategy. You obviously thought about this.
Yes.
You know how people might view you and perceive you and how you're going to navigate yourself through this crazy game that has a little bit of Survivor, a little bit of Big Brother, a little bit of the genius in it.
Yes.
Tell everybody what your plan is.
My plan is to going in here, I am not going to tell people about the professional wrestler part. So that's a secret that you guys know that I'm keeping from everybody else. So please do that. For that, so I don't want to be perceived as a threat in physical competitions. I want to be perceived as the mom, the wife, the nice nurse lady.
All right.
I want to kind of use those strengths to my advantage. I am an absolute brainiac. I am great at puzzles. I'm great at games. But I think that I'm going to do really well in physical competitions. So my plan is to align myself with somebody more physical than me and equally as beautiful as me and somewhat dumber than me. So that way I have all 3 bases covered before I even get going.
I love it. So the other thing I wanted to ask you was strategic acumen, the social game, and physical ability. Which one is most important to you and why?
I think the social game absolutely is the most important.
It really is.
So that's why I'm going in as kind of the likable person. I don't want to be too likable because I don't want people to perceive that as a threat. So I think it's going to be a fine line of balancing things. But the social game, I definitely want to be in everybody's ear, getting under everybody's skin in a certain way, and just kind of riding that type of game.
All right, so I have a more in the weeds question for you here. So we know in Sequester that if there are ties, that everyone gets a chance to revote. And if it is another tie after the revote, then all of the people who are not tied, their names go onto the Wheel of Misfortune.
Correct.
Do you ever see an opportunity or an event where you actually would go to the Wheel of Misfortune?
I can't say for sure that I'm not going to end up there because there is always a chance, but I'm not afraid to flip my vote to not get on that wheel.
Okay, the other thing I saw in your bio was LOSs are a big deal to you. For those of you who are not familiar with Sequester, LOSs are similar to idols. They keep you safe from battle matches and from being eliminated by the vote. So you're going to find them.
I am. I am, as soon as I get in that house and as soon as they're available, I am going to be all over that house looking for them. I don't care who sees me doing it. I'm going to try to be sneaky, but I definitely want to get that advantage as much as I can.
Okay, what's your worst fear walking into the house?
My worst fear...
Literally your worst fear. What could Audrey Middleton come up with that would literally leave you shivering in your boots?
Heights. If she puts me up on scaffolding or a ladder or something, I'm going to be scared. I'm going to be shaking. I'll probably cry. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it because I'm here to play, but it's going to be very animated and very dramatic.
And one last question. So, season 2.
Yes.
Did the jury get it right? Did the right person win?
So that's the other thing. So I want to be known as Kimberley because I do not want to be associated with Kim.
Now, you know I had Kim Matina on RHAP.
Yes, I did see that.
All right, so why are you... This sounds shady to me. Tell me why you do not want to be associated with her.
Well, I don't want to be associated with her because she won the game.
That's a good call.
She won the game. Yeah. And I don't want people to see another Kim because that's going to automatically trigger that in their minds if they've watched season 2.
People are always trying to fight and win the last battle.
Yes.
That is the truth.
Yeah.
All right, Kim Burley. Oh my God, I almost did it.
I'm probably going to goof it up too, so I'm hopefully going to ask people to call me Kimmy or Kimberly.
This was an awesome interview.
Absolutely. Nice
Mama,
to meet
I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
Go get that money.
I'm hoping to get it.
All right, good luck. See ya.
Awesome.
Hey everybody, this is Brent Wolgamott back with another preseason interview for Sequester Season 3. I am joined by our next contestants. Why don't you tell everybody who you are, where you're from?
And it's me, Jayla Roxx.
Yes.
I'm 25 years old.
Yes.
I'm from LA.
Uh-huh.
I'm originally from Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm a Southern girl, but now I'm on the West Coast. I like it.
Yes. Now, is this fake news? I think you do what I do. You are a podcaster or a host, yes?
A little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm a host on AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. Yes, I love Maria, yes.
So we shoot live TV, we do pop culture, I'm on the Drag Race show, we do AfterBuzz Tonight, all type of stuff, so it's crazy.
I love Drag Race. That is the other podcast I do, by the way, is RuPaul's Drag Race with Deana Bauer and Mike Bloom. So how are you feeling? You feel like you're living for yourself today.
I'm excited.
I don't know what for your hair.
Thank you. It's mine. I grew it out my head.
It is yours.
Yes, thank you.
All right, girl.
I don't know what to expect. This is something that I knew I want to do in life.
Yeah.
Spontaneity.
You wanted to do what? You want to play Sequester or you want to play like some sort of reality show?
Going on an adventure.
Okay, going on an adventure.
Making some people cry.
So why Sequester?
Why not Sequester?
Okay.
Well, this is a brain game. This is where you test your mental capacity, your social game. Those things I don't really get to do at AfterBuzz. I don't get to make people cry at AfterBuzz. So this is something out of my element that I'm excited for.
Okay, cool. Well, let's talk about Sequester. You said that it is the brainy game. So what about it makes it that way to you? Is it the twist and the way the format changes from round to round that you have to use your strategic acumen to adapt to said twists?
Absolutely.
Okay.
A lot of it has to do with knowing your surroundings, knowing how to put knowing yourself first, and then putting yourself in those situations that way you can adapt to it whenever something gets thrown your way.
Okay. Now, I saw in your bio that you play a big game online and you like to win. So I expect good things from you here, Jayla.
I expect good things from you too. Now, don't hold it against me, but I'm going to try my best. I'm not going to think too much of it. I'm just going to have fun.
Okay, let's talk about those twists again. Anything particularly scare you that you saw in season 2 that you're like, man, if they throw that twist at me, I do not know how I'm going to navigate around that. Or we can talk about something fun, something that you liked that you saw, that you were like, I'm hoping I see that again because I can play the shit out of that. What do you want to talk about?
The twist that I'm really, really scared about is the even numbers, like the person with the least or the most even numbers. I'm bad at math, so I don't know how to calculate that. I might end up sending myself home, but let's just hope there's no numbers this game.
And there is a way you can send yourself home. A lot of people don't know because I'm introducing Sequester to the Rob as a Podcast audience for the first time. In Sequester, unlike Survivor and Big Brother, you can vote for yourself if you want to, because there are strategic times where you may want to vote for yourself.
Or you may need to vote for yourself.
You may need to vote for yourself.
But I don't know. Should I do it? Should I not do it?
Probably not, unless you're specifically in the round where you need votes.
I'm taking your advice for it, so if I get booted out, I'm
all right, you can come for me, but I'll be podcasting about the show, and I'll be like, well, I gave her bad advice for that one.
I'll come back. Yeah.
All right, cool. So I think I know the answer to this question, but do you view yourself more as a floater or as a big gamer?
Well, I have 2 floaters. These are new.
So
I'm
here for it.
I will go with that. I'm definitely not a floater. I would say I'm more of like a social player.
Okay.
Like I know how to make baked cookies when it's time to.
All right.
You know, I'm like the house mother of the group, so bam.
All right, cool. So the floater night twist doesn't scare you whatsoever.
No.
Okay, cool. I feel like there's no chance you're getting a floaty.
As I get one little sweat coming down, I'm like, no, it's fine.
All right, let's talk about the jury. If you make it to the final 2, you're gonna have to face the jury.
Yes.
Do you understand anything about jury management? I know you've talked about reality TV shows before, how do you navigate 9 people that you had a hand in voting out?
Let them know that this is not personal.
Okay.
It's just a game.
Can you do that?
No. I'll try to.
I smelled the BS right away, I'm telling you. I saw her talking, I was like, can you do that?
You
she
see
said,
this halo
no.
that's like around me? I'm the angel. I feel like the main thing is to try to find something with each contestant that you can kind of like connect with, so that way when you need to see them at the end, like, hey girl, remember when I washed your socks that day? You know, those type things.
All right, so I don't know that this is necessarily you, but I have down for the controversial types.
Okay.
How will you not be a target if you are the easy vote for that round? How will you change things up if you need to? Like, did you see what Judd did during season 2, where he felt like he was going to be the easy vote for that round, and he tried to change things up, and it actually did work for a time.
It did work.
Yeah.
You know what?
You're not going to be complacent.
I'm not going to be. You can't miss me. I got purple fucking hair.
Well, I'm just asking, because there are sometimes that people just sit back and take their medicine, and I'm like literally going, what are you doing?
I did take my medicine today.
Yes.
So I'm going to be a lot nicer.
Okay.
I would have to say that we'll just have to see.
Okay, sounds good. So what's your worst fear walking into the house?
My worst fear, I always say this, is if I run into my ex.
If you run into your ex, do you think that the Sequester bot would be so evil as to bring your ex into the house?
Trust no one. We were big fans of the game.
Yes.
So who knows?
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
You.
Well, I want to wish you the best of luck. You're going to go out there and slay it.
Okay, what are we doing? We can do
I
this.
changed my mind. Jayla, I wish you all the best of luck. Go out there and win the money,
much.
mama, and we will be rooting for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I have another person here who is eager to tell me all about herself. Why don't you tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
Awesome. I'm Christine. I'm 25. I'm from Los Angeles, but originally from New York. And I work in social media marketing.
Okay, and you are a huge Big Brother fan.
Yes, I am.
Yes, let's talk about that. So you know who I am, and you know who what Rob is the podcast is.
Yes.
Yes. So Big Brother just ended last night.
Yes, it did.
Yes, and you are here for Sequester. Yes. So you obviously maybe wanted to audition for Big Brother, Survivor, maybe other shows, but you ended up on Sequester. Tell us why you wanted to come on Sequester and why you love the show.
I love Sequester because I love how fast-paced it is.
Yes.
It's super exciting all the time, and I watched season 1 and 2, and I really like the format of it. I love the battle matches. I love competitions. I like the physical and the strategy and everything. And so I loved all the games, and I really wanted to see if I would be good at it. I think I'd be good at it.
All
So I
right.
guess we'll see. So yeah, it seemed like a really fun time.
All right, so let's talk about your strategy overall. Like, what is your plan going into this house?
So I have 4 different things.
4 different things. All right, I'm here for them.
I'll try to go fast.
Let me get my pen.
Okay. The first thing I want to do, which is mostly my beginning strategy, is to
Okay.
be really genuine.
All right.
I'm a super empathetic, happy person. Like
You
really
seem like it.
half glass full person.
Yeah.
So I want to like meet everybody, be super genuine, and make connections with everybody, and make really good relationships. And hopefully that continues throughout. I'm also very athletic, so I want to appear non-threatening in a physical way.
Okay.
So if I don't have to win a competition, if I can get second or third, I'm going to do that to not reveal myself as a physical threat. Third is to be there emotionally and physically. So if that just means trying to be in all the little conversations and just being present and listening. And then also emotionally, so if someone is upset and they need someone to talk to, I'll be that person they can spill their guts to. And then the last thing is being flexible, because I know there's twists, I know there's turns, and my strategy might change tomorrow. So just being really flexible.
All right, I'm here for it. Adaptability. I like it.
Yes.
Now, I will tell you that this is the first season of me covering Sequester for RHAP as a podcast, and I have famously gotten into it with some people who played Big Brother before for calling out their stupid game moves, and then they blocked me on Twitter. Are you going to play stupid and then block me on Twitter, Christine?
No, of course not.
You're not going to.
No.
All right, tell me. I would hope not, because I'm just, look, I call them as I see them. I speak the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I am a truth teller.
Yes.
Okay, that is what I like to say. All right, cool. What do you fear more, being blindsided out of the game by a vote, or blindsided into a battle match?
I fear more being blindsided by a vote, because then if it's before jury, I don't have a chance of coming back.
Yeah.
In a battle match, I can prove myself, and I get that chance to come back. So
Thinking about that, that's actually why I feel like there are more LOSs prevalent in the game. For those of you who do not watch Sequester, that is a way to keep you safe. It's like an immunity idol. But I didn't see a ton in the post-jury segment of the game, but there were a few hidden around the house during the pre-jury segment of the game. And that's because if you get voted off pre-jury, you're up shit creek. Yeah. I feel like that's probably the case. So are you going to look for the LOSs?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah? Women power? You going to find one?
I hope so.
All right, cool. So this one I feel like could apply to you. Are you a floater by nature? Do you fear the floater night twist that was prevalent in season 2?
Yes, that did make me a little nervous. I don't think I'm a floater, but I think that I don't want to be the person who's like leading alliances and like being the first one to throw out names. And because of that, because I don't want to put a target on my back and make people think that I'm the one throwing everyone under the bus. So because of that, I do want to lay back a little bit at first, and so I do fear being targeted as a floater.
Okay, this is a question I think you can answer. So in season 2, there was a round where the person with the lowest number of votes went home. And there was a situation between Jesse and Serena where I classified each one as a giver and a taker. Jesse was the taker in terms of he was taking something from Serena. Serena was the giver. She was like, look, I'll vote for you to keep you safe, but she did nothing to keep herself safe and ended up vulnerable because somebody actually did vote for Serena. She got one vote and she ended up in that mega tie that we saw in season 2 and could have potentially gotten voted out. So I felt like Jesse was getting the hog's end of the deal in that little twosome there. Do you view yourself more as the Jesse, the person who's like at all costs you're going to make sure that you're safe? Or are you the Serena who is going to take one for the team every now and then just to prove your worth?
I think that kind of is case by case.
Okay.
I definitely want to do whatever's best for my game, regardless of what that is.
Stay safe.
But yes, exactly. But also, if I need to take one for the team and I feel like it's not too risky of a move, then I may have to just roll the dice.
So season 2, you watched it?
I did watch it, yes.
Did the jury get it right?
Yeah, I think so.
She had to think about that one.
I liked Kim.
Kim and Tina, she had to think about that one just a little bit.
No, I did. She had a really good social game.
Okay.
I liked her.
All right, any other twists in season 2 that you saw, or even season 1, that you were a little bit threatened by and wouldn't really want to see in your season if you had your druthers?
I don't think so. I mean, season 1 was so intense with the black hat that always kind of threw a new twist every round. So hopefully it's not that crazy, but I don't know. I'm kind of excited. I'm ready for the twists. I'm ready for all of the excitement and the craziness. So
okay. So I have one shady question for you, and then I'll end it.
Yeah, sure.
Who played the worst during season 2?
That's a hard question.
Think long, think wrong.
I
Christine.
know. I'm trying to think.
I'll give you a couple choices.
Okay.
All right. So Colin, he stood out in the sun forever and didn't even make sure that he was safe. And who else was like? Hannah was somebody who told Judd, "Hey, I'm voting for you," and made herself a target. And then she got voted off when Judd took control of things. So who do you think? And she threw her own allies into a battle match too. So.
I think now thinking back, I actually liked Judd the least.
Okay.
So sorry if you're watching this. I think
It's okay. Give it to him. I know he's gonna watch this.
I know. I think that he had a sloppy game, and especially at the beginning, I know he was safe because he had the LOS, but he just didn't play as much or be as vocal, and I think people noticed that and thought that he didn't care.
Yeah.
And then from there, he had a good strategy. I think he was just kind of all over the place and a little sloppy.
I think it was a good strategy too.
Yeah.
Except it was like a little bit too unpredictable.
Yeah.
I think people like somebody who's a little bit unpredictable in the game, but when you can't even trust him to do exactly what he's telling you to your face, I feel like that's a tough road to hoe.
Yeah.
Christine, it has been a pleasure.
Yes,
I wish you
you too.
all the
Thank
luck
you
in the
so
world.
much. Yeah.
Go win the money.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, we're rooting for you. Hey everybody, it is Brent Wolgamott back with another interview for Sequester Season 3 for RHAP as a podcast. We're here with the next person who's going to try and win all of the money at the end. Lady, I'm living for you already. You look freaking gorgeous. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, what you do.
Hey guys, my name is Mary Peyton Johnson.
Yes.
I'm 22. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, and I do real estate.
I did not realize you were from Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, are you from? How long have you lived there?
Well, technically, I'm from Benson, North Carolina, but I live in Raleigh now. I've lived there for like 9 months.
Okay, and just off the record between you, me, and like 5,000 people who are watching this right now, do you know me from RHAP as a podcast, or do you know me from my activities in the little trial that took place in Raleigh, North Carolina, like, I don't know, 14 years ago?
Oh boy, I don't know you from that. I was like 12. Well, no, I was like 8.
Yeah, no, that's true. I didn't even think about that, Josh. Like, I have Josh over here. I was talking to my friend Josh from season 2 about for those of you who know me, I was a witness in a murder trial down in North Carolina called the Staircase Murders, and that happened to take place right there in Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina.
I did not know that.
I know, right? It's pretty crazy.
I learned something new today about you.
The Staircase trial, that was all me, Michael Peterson.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I was a witness in that.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
I know, right? Crazy?
That's crazy.
All right, well, we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you. First of all, I read your bio, and you're like, I'm living for you, not just because you're freaking stunning, but you are me in a nutshell.
Oh my
you
God.
are an old soul. You're a cat lady.
Oh yeah.
And you're not a morning person.
No.
These are all qualities I totally stand.
These are qualities of a cat.
Well, you sound like you're feeling pretty good.
I'm feeling pretty great.
Are you nervous at all about what's about to happen, or what? What are you feeling?
I'm feeling a lot of things.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Yes.
I am nervous.
All right. That's good to hear. I think a healthy amount of nervousness is probably good.
Oh yeah, it keeps you humble.
A couple people came in and said they're not nervous, and I'm like, you're totally lying,
Oh,
or you're
they're
totally
lying
full of
for sure.
shit. Yeah. Okay. So, Sequester. Do you like reality TV in general?
I love reality TV.
Okay. So, like Big Brother, Survivor?
Big Brother fan.
Yes?
Yes.
That's how you know me from.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So, Sequester. You decided to audition for this crazy show put together by Audrey Middleton and Sequesterbot. Tell me why.
Well, I love Big Brother.
Yes.
I love the concept of a social experiment.
Yes.
And the opportunity just seemed too good to pass up, so I figured why not audition and see where it would get me, and here I am.
It really is. We had Kim and Tina on the show a couple months back when you guys were watching this, and she said that Sequester is like a combination between Big Brother and the Korean game show The Genius, where the format of the game changes rounds around, and I really was taken with that, and that's honestly what made me start watching Sequester, because I hadn't really watched it up until then.
Yeah.
And then I watched it, and I'm like, this is freaking good television, and we really need to start covering this. So that's
I'm so glad you did.
I know, right? I'm so excited about it too. So let's talk about the twist in the game. Tell me one of the twists that you enjoyed from season 2. Something that you would not necessarily fear if it came running down the road here.
That's hard to say.
Well, I'll give you a couple choices. There was one that I felt like played really well called Date Night.
Yeah.
Where they literally had 5 minutes to talk to people, but they couldn't talk to them again after they initially talked to them. There was another round, I can't remember the name of the exact twist, but it was the bounty round where everybody who was in the game got an envelope with
Yeah.
another player's name who was remaining in the game, and
They
if you
could-
got that person voted out, then you would win an LOS or an advantage in
Mm-hmm.
the game. And I felt like that also played pretty well for television.
And then they did it, I believe, the next round where it was the envelope thing again, but you couldn't vote out the person on your envelope.
Yes.
So, I mean, they've done a lot of stuff like that. I guess none of that really scares me. I think I'm pretty, able to adapt to different situations really well. I mean, we've all watched Big Brother Expect the Unexpected, Trust No One, Sequester. So,
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything I'm necessarily prepared for anyway.
All right. So, given that the twists are always changing, is there a way to play Sequester that is optimal from a strategy standpoint? Or is it just something that you have to take your medicine when it comes if the ball doesn't bounce your way?
Well, I mean, that's hard to say, too. I think that's why I was so big on the social part of this game, because
Right.
I believe that's about the only thing you can really control
Yes.
is your interaction with other people. I mean, a lot of it's luck-based competitions. There is, some with skill involved, and there's obviously so much more to the concept. But I think the only thing you can really be in control of is yourself, your actions, and just the way you handle situations, and, the way you try to perceive yourself to other people. So that's why I'm really big on the social aspect of Sequester.
Sounds good. So, what scares you the most walking into the game?
The
Your
unknown.
biggest fear.
I think
What could Sequester Bot throw at you where you'd be like, oh shit?
I mean, I think my biggest fear, I don't know if anyone would throw this at me, but just a fear in general is being the first person out. But
Yes. I think everybody has that fear. If I
Yeah.
played reality television, that would be my fear.
Oh, yeah.
But I would totally, I've done the podcast before where I'm like, look, if I ever got on reality television, I would totally be the first person out, just to guard against the fact that I might actually be the first person who got voted out.
I know, right?
And then, I'm like, see, I told you, I couldn't do anything right.
Yeah,
and
and
then,
see, I did better than that.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think if I get past the first elimination, I will go pretty far.
Okay, so I know that you were a fan of Amanda
I
during
was.
season 2.
Yeah.
What did you think of Judd? Is he more of a idiot or an idiot savant?
Well, I was actually really impressed by Judd
Uh-huh.
when I watched season 2 of Sequester.
Judd is looking for your number as we speak.
I follow him on Instagram. I watched him on Big Brother 15, and I loved him on Big Brother 15, but he was such a different vibe on
Yes.
season 2 of Sequester. I really got to see a lot of strategy, and I think that's part of a redemption of anyone who kind of does reality TV or a show more than once. I think if you go on there the first time, you kind of see things you wish you'd done differently or a different way you wish you were perceived, and I clearly saw that with him, and I was very impressed.
Cool. We are going to try to wrap it up here, but jury management, is that a real thing to you? Like, you're voting people up, you're sending them over to the jury, and they're going to have to pick you at the end to give you the big pot of money. Is that something that you would take into consideration, or is it just like, look, I want to get to the end, and if they give it to me, they give it to me?
Hell no. Jury management is the biggest thing that in so many shows everyone is lacking. We've seen it, not last night,
Yes.
but the past
Preach.
but the past 4 nights before that, 4 seasons before
Yes.
that in Big Brother, we have seen the other person win because of a lack of jury management. I know we're not talking about Big Brother right now, but I'm
No,
just
it's
saying,
okay. Yeah.
they can kind of go hand in hand
Yeah.
like that. I think so many people are so adamant to get to the end and win competitions, dominate, and it's great to stab people in the back and play the game and
Yes.
show your moves, but you've got to own them. I think that's a huge thing a lot of people don't do. They don't own their moves. They don't justify why they did it. They don't
Okay.
tell people, hey, I did this to you. I was a badass for doing it. You intimidated me in this way, and this is what I did to do it. They just say, oh, I don't know, like, sorry, and then they're bitter about it. So
Right.
really, I'd say it's less of a bitter jury, more bad management. So I think that's huge.
As I've said on RHAP, I keep waiting for the man or woman to get up in the final 2 and be like Jeff Probst, who said, I came here to kick ass, I kicked ass,
Yeah.
give me the money.
Exactly. I don't understand why that's so hard. I think that should be the main thing everyone does at the end. Own your moves, tell people
Right?
what you did.
All right,
Else
well,
you said to get anything.
Mary Peyton, this has been an absolutely fun interview. Honestly, the time flew by. I got a little signal from my man over here that we were hitting the 7-minute mark, and honestly, it felt like we had been talking for 2 minutes.
I know,
so
right?
I am so psyched to see you play this game.
Thank
I want
you.
you to go in there and kill it
Ah,
and
thank
bring
you.
home the win, all right?
Yes, pull for me.
All right, thanks, Mama.
Yes,
Good
thank
luck.
you.
Hey everybody, Brent Wolgamott back with another interview from the cast of Season 3 of Sequester for Rob as a podcast. I'm here with somebody else who says that she wants to win the money. Why don't you tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
All right, cool. Hey, I'm Cameron. I'm from Austin, and I used to be a teacher. I was a teacher for 3 years. Now I'm a private tutor.
Okay, cool. And state basketball champion, I hear?
Yeah, 2 times.
Pretty physical?
Yeah,
Yes?
definitely.
So I'm going to anticipate that you are not afraid of any of the potential battle matches that could be coming up down the way.
No, I'm not.
All right, so what's your background as far as Sequester goes? Are you a fan of reality TV in general?
Absolutely.
Okay, so talk to me about that and how you got into Sequester.
Okay, so what happened is I'm a huge Survivor fan.
And I love your energy, by the way. You got usually
you.
I'm the loudest person, and you are matching me right now, and I am so here for it.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm a huge Survivor fan. I made a video for Survivor.
Okay.
Put it on YouTube, and Audrey found it.
As she does.
She reached out to me, and
She
I
is
was
a
like,
stalker. We were just talking about that. She is a stalker.
hell yeah,
Yes.
let's do it.
Yes, exactly. Well, no, Sequester isn't exactly like Survivor or Big Brother for that matter, in
Right.
terms of there are twists coming down the pike that change the format of the game from anywhere from subtle to dramatic depending on the round that you're on. So how is someone like you how are you going to navigate the twists in the game? Is that something that you're apprehensive about? What gives you the most apprehension about the format changes from round to round?
Well, I'm apprehensive just because I don't know what's coming, right?
Yes.
So it's a crazy twist, and I mean, I'm very adaptable.
Okay.
So
it's a good quality to have in a reality TV game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I moved around a bunch my entire life. I know how to, work people, fit in with people. So that's my game plan when it comes to the two people, if you get an odd number of vote or something like that, I'm like, I'm gonna hope for the best, set a game plan down, and hopefully I have strong enough alliances to where I can trust them.
If your social game is on point and
Yeah.
you have a little bit of luck on your side,
Right.
you should be okay.
Yeah,
All
and then
right.
I mean, if I'm in a battle match, then I think I'll be okay.
I think you will be too. I'm here for you. All right, cool.
I appreciate that.
All right, cool. So let's talk about your overarching view of Sequester and what you want your strategy to be. Like, you have a general game plan coming into the game about how you feel like you're going to be perceived by other people, how they perceive you, and what your intentions are. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm someone who, my personality is very strong.
Yes.
So that's something that I'm nervous about. I feel like I need to maybe tone it down a little bit
I
because
feel like it's good. That's up to you, though.
I mean, I'm always going to be myself. I can't not, but I don't want to be the most obnoxious person in the room all the time. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. And also I'm a very trusting person, and I don't want to be too quick to make those alliances. And because then maybe I'm tied to someone that I don't want to be tied to.
Okay.
I need to make sure that they're the right
I feel like it's
people.
a tough call because Sequester is a game that is played at a blistering pace.
Exactly.
And so you have to make snap decisions quickly.
Yeah.
And if you make the wrong call, you could be joined at the hip with somebody that you're really not living for.
So as far as game plan, my strategy is to go in there and kind of go with majority at the beginning. I want to link up with strong players for sure.
Okay.
And then also bring maybe weaker players into that alliance so that as the game continues, I can take out those strong players and still have the weak players on my side for hopefully the final two.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you watched season 2?
Yeah.
Yes. Who
absolutely.
are you a fan of? Who are you living for in season 2? Either strategy-wise or just for pure entertainment?
When I first watched it, I was all about Cameron because I respected his game.
Okay.
I can see not
can't
just the
imagine
similarity.
why. What was your
or
name
whatever.
again? Yeah.
Just coincidence, but no, I just feel like I'm a very honest person, and that's how he played too. And then whenever his back was against the wall, he adapted and he made those changes. So I really respected that. Second time going into it, I respected Hamza because he was a master manipulator. I think, especially in the battle back challenge, I was like, I just liked the way that he worked, and then of course his game exploded, so sorry about that. But
yeah, I feel like it wasn't totally his fault that his game exploded. It was partly Jesse's fault.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Jesse decided to blow up his game out of nowhere for no reason whatsoever. I want to talk about jury management. Is that something that you think about as reality TV goes? So let's talk about that.
Well, you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's kind of part of my game too. Is I don't want to make any promises that I can't keep.
Yes.
I don't want to stab anybody in the back. I don't plan on lying blatantly to anybody, which is why I said I respected Cameron's games because he really never did that.
Well, let's talk about that. You mentioned that a couple times. Do you think that the right person won season 2? Give me the real tea.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on Cameron's side more because I see where Kim was coming from with her social game. I mean, super strong. Everybody felt connected to Kim.
Okay.
And so that's something that I want to pull from her game. But for Cameron, his back was against the wall when Kim's wasn't. You know?
Yeah.
And so he
I
was
hear ya.
adaptable. He
Yeah.
was the one who...
He had the harder road.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
feel like that, but I feel like there might be some people who are like, well, but it was for his own mistakes and his positioning that got him into the harder road. So, you know, she didn't have to she didn't have to play the harder road because she didn't make the mistakes that he made to get herself into a bad position in the first place.
That's
so
true.
I feel like it could be viewed both ways. But
I kind of like hard positions because
Yes.
then you get a resume.
Yes, that's very true. You do.
anyways.
So, anything else you want to tell people about fun stuff in your life? Anything kooky that you want people to know about you as they root for you in this crazy season of Sequester?
I'm just a super goofy person, and I hope you guys see that.
Okay,
So
cool.
You probably will.
Cameron, we are so psyched to see you play this game.
Thank you.
And I hope and wish you all the best
I
coming
appreciate
forward.
that.
All right.
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you so much. I'm here with our next interviewee, and before I introduce her, I just want to say, if you've noticed that we have changed places, it's because this bitch actually asked for it, and I am so here for that. She said this is her bad side when she was over here, so I let her. I said, do you want to switch? And she took me up on the offer. So, Erica, why don't you tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
I'm 27 years old. I'm from Huntington Beach, California.
All right.
Through and through, born and raised there. I'm a nanny, so I take care of 2.5-year-old twins, actually. So it's a bit to handle, but it's fun.
Okay. And so, how are you feeling today?
Good.
Yes?
Yeah.
Nervous? Excited?
Both, I
Yes.
guess. I'm more like anxious.
And
like,
apprehensive. Yes.
No, not apprehensive.
Okay, all
More
right.
just
Anxious.
like,
You want to get the game started?
yeah, I want to
Yes.
just meet everyone.
Okay.
I'm a people person.
Okay.
So, I, like, want to do
So, are you a fan of reality TV in general, or is
Yes.
this a Sequester specific thing?
reality TV in general.
Okay. So
Yeah.
why Sequester?
Well, I love Big Brother.
Okay.
So I love the idea of...
I love Big Brother, too.
Yeah, that's my favorite. It's my favorite show of all time, even though everyone else disagrees with me, but it's fine.
Okay.
I love the aspect of, like...
I know that life.
like, I like the idea of it being, like, everyone's kind of inhibitions are down.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing really there, like, kind of, like, stopping you from doing what you would do, I guess, without pressure. Because
Mm-hmm.
there's just, like, the cameras or, you know, there's no one there really kind of, like, yapping in your ear type of thing besides other, like, house guests.
Right.
I just like how, like, Big Brother 1985 it is. Like,
Yeah.
Big Brother's watching, and, like, you really have to be careful, like, how you can let your guard down too much because you feel so, like, invisible in a sense, but you don't. So it's... I think that's, like, the most, like, tricky part of it, but it's
Okay.
also, I think it takes a really different kind of person to do that.
I like that.
Not just go on and I'm here for the right reasons for love. So
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Sequester is a little bit different than Big Brother. There's a
Yeah.
format change literally every round where there's a new twist introduced into the game, and one round you might be voting for, like, somebody who has a bounty on their head. Another round
Right.
you're voting for the person with the least number of votes or something. So how do you navigate something that is so unpredictable like that?
I mean, I have no really expectations of the game because
Okay.
of that reason. Like, I'm not going to say, like, oh, this is how I'm going to play it this way through and through and through.
You don't say.
I don't say. I mean, you say everything before until it actually happens.
Yes.
You're like, damn it.
Yes, everybody sounds really good on paper
Right,
in their bio
exactly.
until the shit hits the fan.
Right,
And then they're
I'm-
like,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm already thinking of things that I'm like, wow, I said that I'm probably not going to follow through with that, but that's fine. It's just the uncertainty, but that kind of makes it fun. So life is always kind of like that. This is just going to be in a really high pressure, high stress situation versus like everyday life.
What's your biggest fear walking into the house?
I guess people not liking me.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that was highly unlikely. You are charming and light and fun, and
Oh,
I think that
thank
people are
you.
going to take an instant liking to you. They might be threatened by you, but I'm sure that they're going to like you.
I guess that might be a thing. Like, I'm almost too friendly sometimes.
Yeah, possibility.
Well, I like
I
people.
don't know if there's such a thing as that, but maybe there you could be seen as somebody who's too likable to
Yeah,
to get to the
exactly.
end. All right, so you watched season 2. Anything that you anybody that you are a fan of in season 2?
I was just saying this actually.
Yes.
I wasn't like in love with anyone.
Okay.
But I did like Rachel.
Another Rachel lover.
Yeah,
Yes, we had
only
another
because-
contestant who liked Rachel.
Only because like she stayed true to like her, and that's what I loved. Like, and she was very like I loved that she was a mom too and everything. Like,
Yes.
You know, and I love that like she didn't care what like other people were kind of doing towards her or
Yes.
like whatever. She was gonna be like, that's who I am, and she wasn't gonna stray from that. Obviously she didn't get too far, but I did like that she stayed like to herself and wasn't gonna like use interesting tactics to like get.
She was a confessional queen, and I was here for it.
I love that.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
If you give me nothing else, give me good confessionals, and we will
Yes.
stand you. I'm telling you, Erica. Okay, cool.
I think I can do that.
All right, cool. So we know in Sequester, if the ties are unbreakable, that all of the people who created the tie, their names go on the Wheel of Misfortune. It's like drawing rocks in Survivor.
I know.
Is that something that you're going to avoid at all costs, or are you a gambler and you're kind of okay with that?
another thing where I have no idea, but
Okay.
at the same time, like...
You're not going to rule it out.
Yeah, you
Okay.
never know.
All right, cool.
You have to, what is it? High risk, high reward.
Yes, I like those kind of players, too. So what types of people would you not want to see in the house?
My favorite question.
Okay. It's kind of a boring question, but I feel like
it's
you'll
boring,
give me a good
but
answer.
it can be loaded in a bit.
Yeah.
It's probably typically what most people would say, unless they're these type of people. But for like females, I dislike very ditzy and very like over the top, trying too hard. You can see right through it. And for males, like the alpha male, like I know everything and like this is what's best for everybody and all the like thinking that they know everything and know-it-alls basically, I guess.
Okay.
So
we know in Sequester there are two ways you can be eliminated, through the vote or through the battle match.
Right.
Which do you fear more?
I think the vote.
Yeah?
Because it's kind of out of my hands. Like at least in a battle, it's my control. If I do poorly, that's on me versus having it in other people's hands.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Any specific strategies about jury management along the way? If you should be so lucky to get to the final two and have a chance to win the money, like do you? Let me ask you this question: do you think that jury management? It's a loaded term, but is that a real thing to you? The way you treat the jury as you're voting them out and putting them on the jury? Okay,
I agree because again, those are the people that are voting for you. Like you might have to make this great move, but it's going to hurt them. But you have to kind of. I feel like I would have to make it apparent to them, like, you know, at this point, like, it's me, but this is a game. Like, I think that's where people get really, like, bitter jurors type of thing. People get confused with that versus, like, good gameplay. Like, I'm taking this on a personal level. And hopefully anything I ever do isn't a personal, like, attack on someone, which it wouldn't be, I would assume, hopefully.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully.
All right, last question or so. I saw people making what I viewed as pretty emotional decisions concerning the battle matches in Season 2. Like, somebody would get voted off, and out of nowhere, they would target, like, you know, person A and person B, and you're, like, watching at home going, like, what the?
Yeah.
How did
why did
that
they
happen?
choose that?
Yeah, exactly. So are you going to be a little bit more predictable, or are you going to keep it dicey?
I don't know.
Okay. That sounds like an unpredictable answer in and of itself, Erica.
Only because things change so easy and so fast that, again, if you're stuck in your ways, you might not see what's, like, right in front of you.
Okay.
So, I mean, if I have the opportunity to choose someone that's a big threat, by all means.
Okay.
They think they're so great. They can
last question. Are you going to look for the LOSs?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to see you look for them. I think especially early on, they're very important. All right, cool. Well, thank you, Erica. Listen, I want you to go out there, try to do the best you can, have a great freaking time. This is an amazing game that Audrey Middleton has created. Try to win yourself the money, girl.
I will.
All right, cool. Thank you, Erica.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Hey everybody, Brent Wolgamott here with another interview from the cast of Season 3 of Sequester. We are joined by somebody who is having a little bit of a rough day. She is trying to work up her energy to do a really awesome interview with us, but we need to show her all the love and attention. So why don't you show us what your name is, where you're from, and what you do?
Hi, my name is Deana Bauer. I am 24 years old, and I live in Castle Pines, Colorado.
Okay.
And I'm a medical biller,
Okay.
which is a really boring job.
It's a really boring
There's
job.
not much I can tell you about it.
But this isn't a boring game. You like
No, it's
Sequester
not.
for some odd reason.
Yeah,
Why do you like
I'm
Sequester?
obsessed with pretty much everything reality.
Okay.
Like you. I have.
You're
been
obsessed
since I
with me?
was- No, like how you are. I do know your podcast pretty well.
Okay.
But Sequester, I had friends that were gonna apply. I had friends that played last season, and they all convinced me to try it. And I auditioned for some crazy fucking reason. I was picked.
Yes.
I have not figured out why, and I'm hoping she does not regret it.
I don't think she will. I am so here for your energy. You have a really fun, kind of coarse energy that I feel like is going to play really well
Course
on
is the word
television.
to use.
Yeah.
I feel like I may have been picked to cause drama. you
Uh-huh.
know.
Are you going to provide that drama?
We'll see.
We'll
see
see?
what happens. If
Okay.
somebody gives me a reason to provide drama, I'm going to provide drama. But if there's no reason, we're good.
All right, cool. So, Sequester is a game where you're going to have to deal with lots of different people along the way. How are you going to deal with living with 19 people in a house and all their bad habits? Is that something, I mean, even though it's only 5 days,
I think I'm going to annoy myself.
It's an
the
intense
most
5
out of
days.
every person here. I feel like they're going to have to accept me more than I'm going to have to accept everyone else. I'm pretty open.
Yes.
There are things that annoy the fuck out of me.
Such as?
Women, but
Yes?
not really. Not really, but I would say certain qualities in women that think that they're better than other women. It's just not how I roll.
Okay.
We're all on the same level, and so whenever I get the vibe that somebody, perceives themselves as being better. I'm just like put off by it, and I
Girl
want
bye.
nothing to do with it. Yeah. pretty
Okay,
much.
sounds good. I like it. You got 2 kids?
I do.
Yes?
And hopefully they never watch anything I do on this. They're young, so.
I'm sure you're going to do great. So going into the game, obviously there are things that you would prefer to see and things you would not prefer to see. What is the one thing that you fear going into this game of
Beating the
Sequester?
first fucking boot.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, just because I feel like I'm a little bit different than some of the people I've seen around. I've seen, you know, I had people in the car, but the people in my room, they seem kind of reserved and like preppy, and I'm just like, I'm not like that at all.
I feel like that
I'm a
people
little
will take
nervous
a
I'm gonna
liking
be
to
the
you
outsider.
because, yeah. I feel like that I know if I played this game, I would gravitate to people like yourself because I would view you as useful in the game if I could make a connection with you.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to struggle making connections.
All right.
I don't really know if I like people per se, so.
People in general?
I'm going to try, well, if we're honest, I try to avoid people.
Yes.
So it's gonna be difficult for me to try and find something I can connect with, and that's what I'm already seeing that I don't know if I have that vibe. So I'm gonna really try. I'm gonna make sure that I'm in a group no matter what, whether or not they like me, whether I like them. If I have to fucking follow them room to room, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna.
I like it.
I will not let an alliance form without me. It's not gonna happen.
I like it. So what? So along those lines, what do you fear more, being blindsided by a vote or blindsided into a battle match? Which one of those is good?
I mean, come on, bring on a battle match. I'm not scared.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not very physical. Let's be honest. I got
Okay.
some chub on me.
Let's be honest.
I've had kids, so not very
You
physical.
can put your feet up. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not very physical, but I'm good with puzzles. I'm not scared of a battle match. Hopefully, I'll win it, and then they're not going to want to put me back in because they're threatened by me.
Okay.
I honestly think that I'll win it. So puzzles specifically and shit like that.
All right. So now I have covered Big Brother for a long time for Rob as a podcast, and I've gotten into it with some people on social media because they didn't own their shit when they played the game and they came out of the house. So, Deana, if you play Sequester and you actually do pretty well, but you make a mistake along the way and I call you out for your shit, are you going to block me on Twitter or are you going to own it?
I don't use Twitter.
Oh, you don't know Twitter. Well, if you did use
friends.
Twitter.
We'll be friends.
We'll be friends. All right.
My shit will be something you'll be proud of.
I like it. What about jury management? Do you care about the people that you put on the jury? Like, I'm talking about the world where you're not the first boot, where you're actually in the final 2 with a chance to win the money.
I mean, obviously, I want to try and make connections. What I plan on doing, some people use the word flirting. I mean, it's not flirting. I just feed people's egos. Everyone loves talking about themselves. Everyone does, except for me. I don't like fucking talking about myself, so I deflect the conversation off of me by asking them about them. Oh, you like this? Tell me about it. So I try, and it's kind of like a flirting technique, but I'm not flirting because I'm married and shit like that. But I make them seem like I'm interested in them when I'm really not, and that's how I gain, I guess, trust with people. And so my plan is to individually do that with as many people as I can, so that they think that I actually care about how they're doing in the game, who they are as people. And my plan is to make it to the end. I don't care what your story is. I don't care. Yeah, I'm just going to sit there and try to do individual relationships, but have that big group that I'm not going to start. It's not going to be me that starts it, because those assholes are going to like target the person that starts it. That's what happens.
Right.
But I'm going to be a part of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
So season 2, you watched it?
I did.
Anybody else on season 2 who was your favorite or that you enjoyed watching?
I mean,
they don't even have to be
like
good strategic-wise. That you just could be.
I'm friends with Veronica. She's a thought. I love her.
She was a blast.
She's a blast, but I mean, she sucked at the game.
She sucked at the game, but we love her.
I love you, Veronica.
We stand her.
I cannot be Veronica in this game. I can't be told, wouldn't you rather drink than play? It cannot happen. I loved Rachel's DR. She was fucking hilarious.
Confessional queen.
Yeah, she was hilarious.
Yes.
And so I related to her a lot. But gameplay-wise, I mean, I can't remember his name. Maybe Dan
Ginsberg?
I don't know, the really nerdy one.
Yeah, he's kind of nerdy.
I really liked his gameplay, and had he, he was fucked over by twist, but I felt like he had a really good strategic mind of how to play the game. Somehow, you would think that he might be a little bit targeted because he was a little bit different, but he used it to his advantage, and I appreciated him. I would have aligned with him, personally.
Cool. Well, Deana, look, I know you're dragging today, but you did an awesome job in this interview.
I'm sorry I wasn't more
You were amazing. Don't let anybody tell you different. I had a great time with you, and honestly, we wish you the best of luck. And
yeah, I'll win it.
Thank you, baby.
No problem.
All right.
Where do I go?
Hey everybody, it's Brent Wolgamott. We're here for another preseason interview with the cast of Sequester Season 3, and I'm really excited to talk about this one because she has some really great energy. Why don't you tell everybody out there in Rob as a Podcast land who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
Hi everybody, my name is Christen Williams. I'm 22, I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm a college student studying mathematics.
Excellent. Now, I saw that you were ranked number 1 in mathematics for 3 years.
Yeah.
The thing that I hear the most about people who come in here, and I ask them about the twists, they always give me the same answer, which is, I really am not good at math, so I don't like the twists where they're screwing with the numbers and the evens and the odds and the lowest and that kind of thing. Is that something that you feel like you have a pretty good handle on?
I feel like maybe like theoretically I'd have a good handle just because it's numbers, but Sequester, just like any other competitive show, is emotion based. Like you have to, like, I could know like what number the number should be, but it doesn't mean I can convince people to like do that. So I know if I'm gonna be successful in implementing it, I have to like win them over emotionally as well. So
and that's where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
Trying to join the strategic acumen with your social game, and if you do that, I feel like you're on point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done, that's true, but at least you're aware of it, though.
Yeah.
I feel like that's, like, 90% of the battle is being aware that there might be an issue. You know, like, that if you're not aware of the fact that you need to have those two things on point, I feel like you're going to be up a creek without a paddle.
No, and I also feel like if you come into this game like you are the smartest person, then you're not going to fight as hard to, like, get your agenda pushed because you're like, oh, I can do this, no problem. But I'm going to go in there assuming I'm the dumbest person. I might not be, but if I do, it's going to make me fight harder, and I think that might be able to separate.
All right, cool. So what's your background with reality TV in general? Are you a Sequester online player? Do you just enjoy like Survivor, Big Brother, and then you fell into this, or how did that happen?
There's a lot. So my sister actually played online Sequester 2.0, so that's how I got familiar with Sequester. But I've been watching Survivor and Big Brother since I was like a little kid.
All right.
But obviously when I was a little kid, I was like, I want that person because they're nice. But then as I got older, I started to like value more of the strategic game, and I'm like, wow, I wonder if I could do that because I'm competitive. So that's kind of how I got into
just
this.
a little story on that. So, like, in Survivor Fans vs. Favorites, the first one, when Natalie Bolton was playing, I couldn't wait for her to get voted out. And then as I grew older, I was like, I stan you, queen. I love you. Yes.
Slay!
All right, so this is a game also that requires you to navigate not just the twists in the game, but also the jury at the end, if you should make it that far. How do you think you're going to do insofar as jury management goes? Is that a thing to you? Is that real? Are you going to make an effort at all to treat the jury in a way where they feel good about potentially voting for you in the end?
So I've played like live Survivor games before, and usually the juries really like me, but sometimes when I make moves, I don't make them loud enough, and they look at me and they're like, oh, she's so cute, but she wouldn't make a move.
What did she do?
Yeah, so I feel like with this game, I'm going to try to make more, like, bigger moves, because I feel like my personality is one that doesn't really get a lot of jury hate. Like, historically, I'm not going to assume it's going to be the same now.
Okay.
But, yeah, I feel like for me, it's going to be proving that I'm a game player.
Okay, so you're going to be going into a house, as you talked before. It's a social game, 19 other people. Bad habits, anything that you are necessarily fearful of, even though it's only 5 days with these people. It's an intense 5 days.
I'm a very positive person. I have a lot of energy.
I sense that.
And when someone, like, loves the energy, they love it. Like, they want to eat me up. But if they don't like it, like, I repel them, like mosquito repellent.
Yeah.
So I'm scared of those people because I'm either really loved or really hate. But as long as more people like me than they hate me, I'm not worried.
I think that's probably true. The other thing I wanted to ask you about was battle matches. If you were thrown into a battle match, is that something that you would relish, or is it something that you would necessarily be fearful of?
See, I would want to be fearful, like, instinctively, because I'm small and I'm, like, realistically, like, am I going to take a 200-pound man? But I can't have that mindset if I'm going to win.
Right.
So it's like, you put me up against a 200-pound muscle man, I'll charge him. Even if I, like, die and have to go to the hospital, whatever happens, like, I'm gonna try.
And as you told me before we went on the air, you are particularly afraid of the fact that as a smaller person, you're how tall are you?
I'm like 5 foot, 5'1".
5'1",
Yeah.
that you're going to be picked on, especially in the post-jury phase, by people who want an easy target to go against to try to remain in the game.
It's not something that I'm, like, certain is gonna happen, but it is, like, the one thing that I fear the most, just because I don't want to be an easy pick. So part of me is kind of contemplated faking being more athletic than I am. Like, oh, like, I play tennis or whatever. So just so, like, I'm obviously not going to be, like, the most physically intimidating person. But as long as I'm not the weakest, then that'll never be a problem.
Okay. So last question. What is your overarching strategy? I know that you've thought about this. You're going into a game, like I said, with 19 other people. They all have their own agendas. Are you going to try to push an agenda? Do you feel like you're just going to go with the flow? I mean, where are you coming from?
So, like, one thing I noticed, like, even, like, when I interviewed to get on this show is that I can, like, blatantly, like, tell people a name, and I never get the heat as long as I have, like, a bigger target, like, supporting the name I give. So my strategy is going to be to align with, like, big players who want to make moves, but people who, like, listen to me. So I kind of want to use those people to, like, help push my agenda so that it is me making the move, but it's not me taking the heat. Okay. And obviously it's easier said than done, but that is how I want to, like, try to approach it. I don't know if I'll be successful. We'll see.
Okay, last question. I read in your bio that you are a fan of tarot cards. And you have maybe some psychic abilities. I have to tell you that I have been a fan of the television show Charmed for, like, the longest time. I have, like, all the props. So I actually, like, tangentially sort of maybe kind of believe in that. So, like, do you feel good energy today, like that you are going to do well in this game? What do you foresee happening for you, Christen?
Let me take a moment to, like, actually, like, think about it, because I don't want to, like, just, like, spit an answer.
Okay, how's the energy right now?
What
are you manifesting? We've heard this before in Big Brother.
I feel like I'm just gonna manifest that I'm gonna be a person magnet. People are gonna see me. They're going to think, oh my God, like, I can talk to her so easily. I'm going to try to be personable and stuff. So.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Christen, it has been a pleasure to talk to you. I know we talked about this at the beginning, but you have great energy.
Thanks.
It is infectious, and I really do wish you the best of luck. Go home and get the win, girl. All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Energy.
All right. Hey everybody, this is Brent Wolgamott coming to you with another interview with the cast of Sequester Season 3 for RHAP Has a Podcast, and we are here with somebody, she already knows who I am, and I'm kind of psyched about that. She knows who the podcast is, and she's here to win the money, I hear. So, Jessica, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and where you're from?
So, hi, I'm Jess. I am 24. I live in Chicago. And yeah, I'm a huge Big Brother fan, so that's how I learned about your podcast. And I'm ready to play and ready to win.
And I have to say, you are freaking stunning.
Oh my God.
Right off the bat.
Thank you so much.
You are absolutely gorgeous.
Thank
I am
you.
so here for this look. The gorgeous blonde hair, the makeup, everything is just right. I am so here for it, and everybody in the house is going to be here for it. I am sure. But let's talk about that. So you like Big Brother. How did you get into Sequester?
So actually, Audrey reached out to me, and I hadn't heard of Sequester.
That happened to, I know that life. That happened to me too.
Did it?
Yeah, well, but basically, I know Big Brother. You see me cover Big Brother all the time, and I saw Kim Mattina who was the winner of Season 2, on another podcast, and I was like, oh, she seems like fun. I like her energy, and they said she was the winner of Sequester Season 2, and I knew of Sequester, but I didn't know what it was.
Right.
So I had Kim on the show with me and Rob, and then when she was on the show, she described Sequester, and then it made me go and watch it, and she floated the idea of us covering it, and I was like, maybe, but then when I watched it, I was like,
oh yeah,
this is amazing, like, how have we not covered this before? So I was like totally on board. I got Taryn on board. He is addicted to it too, so we are so psyched for Season 3, and that's where you come in. So we are so psyched to watch you.
Good. I hope it is entertaining and dramatic. And
it is a tall tale to try to top the cast of Season 2, but I do feel like that I've talked to most of the people so far today. You're actually my 19th in terms of interviews that I've done of the 20 people that are on the cast.
Oh wow, how is everyone? How's the energy? The
great energy.
Good,
great energy, and you are matching them particularly well. I am psyched to hear it. So as far as Sequester goes, it's not like Big Brother in terms of there is a majority vote, there's a social game, Survivor, it's all rolled into one, but it's not just that. There are elements to the game that are changing from round to round and from day to day, and you have to use your strategic acumen as well as your social ability to navigate through those. How are you going to do that?
I think one of the best traits about myself is I'm very adaptable. I can adapt to different situations really well.
Yes.
And that's how you have to be in this game, because each round is something super different. One round you're working with a team, one round you're working independently. So you have to be able to adapt to that. And adapting to different personalities. People get really angry in certain situations, and then they're fine because it's so fast-paced. It's not like Big Brother where you have days to discuss things. So I think that's going to be something that will be super helpful for me.
Cool. So you know that if there's a tie in Sequester, it goes to the Wheel of Misfortune if the tie can't be broken. Yeah. I saw a couple times in Season 2 where people were just so thrown off by the twist in front of them. They were just like, screw it, let's go to the wheel. Yeah, let's go to the wheel. Yeah. Would you ever do that?
Never.
You're like Kim Mattina. Yes.
Unless it was to show like severe loyalty to someone for some reason, where I needed them in the game, and I felt like I had to prove my loyalty to them. Maybe I can see myself saying it and then secretly hoping it doesn't happen. but no, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's a smart move.
Okay, so there was also a twist called the Floater Night twist.
Yeah.
How did you feel about this one, and is this something that you particularly fear?
I do fear it because I plan to kind of stay under the radar a little bit.
A floater?
Not a floater. Not a floater. I just want to stay behind the big targets.
Okay.
Let them be on the front line.
A coaster.
A coaster, I guess, maybe. And I'm going to be doing like things in the background. Behind the scenes.
All right.
So it worries me slightly, but also as a viewer, I hate floaters and like, get these floaters out of here. So I loved watching that. I was like, heck yeah.
All right, cool. So you watched season 2.
Yes.
Did the jury get it right during season 2? Did Kim Mattina deserve the win at the end over Karen? She won 5 votes to 4.
Here's the thing. I thought game-wise, yes, she deserved to win, but finale-wise, I don't think she proved herself enough in her speeches. She was really repetitive, and she didn't show her gameplay enough, so I was actually surprised she won, but I wanted her to win, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. That makes total sense. So, also, I have to ask you about Judd during season 2. I asked a couple of people this question, but I'll put it a different way. Was he just a mad genius, or just totally mad?
I think totally mad.
Totally mad. Judd, you hear that?
He was a mad genius on Big Brother. Like, what happened, Judd? I don't know. But
yeah, I don't know what happened either. But it was fun to watch, though, Judd. I will give you credit for that.
It was entertaining.
Let's talk about jury management. You got to get to the end of the game, and you got to get the jury to vote for you. I know you. If you have learned nothing from Rob as a podcast, I know you have listened to Taryn, Melissa, and I talk about jury management.
Yeah.
So you are going to do it. You're not going to let me down, Jessica. Or
First
Jess.
of all,
Jess or Jessica, doesn't matter.
I go by Jess.
You go by Jess. Okay, Jess, you're not gonna let me down.
No. First of all, I promised my mom I'm gonna be nice to everyone. She's like, just be nice, be yourself.
Okay.
So I plan to be nice in the first place, but yeah, jury management is so important. I'm the same way. Like, I do not understand when people go on these shows and they're like, oh, you're totally safe, you're good, and then they vote them out. It's like, you know, they're not gonna vote for you then because you just backstabbed them when you didn't need to.
Right.
So. Yeah, I'm here for jury management.
Yeah, I understand the unnecessary lying when you know that people are going to talk and reveal the truth anyway.
Right. You have to be careful with your lies.
That always makes me crazy. Okay, let's say one other thing. So you listen to Rob as a podcast, so you can speak directly to the audience. This is the first time we are covering Sequester, and we are really excited about it. I'm really excited about it, but I want you to tell everybody. They've already listened to me talk about it. Tell everybody out there why Sequester is so freaking awesome and why you love it so much.
Sequester is awesome because it's fast-paced. You don't have time for those boring, drawn-out segments that some of the other shows do. It's all game, all the time, which is so cool. I think you get to know every single different personality, which is really nice. They do a really good job of showing everybody's gameplay. So I think it's just a really well-rounded game, and you have a lot of game.
A lot of game and a lot of gamers. That's the other thing is that like Audrey Middleton, who is the producer of the show, cast 20 freaking nutcases to come into the house and try to fight for the money, and I am so here for it. That's why it is addicting television.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody that's here wants to play. They know how to play, so
exactly.
It's competitive.
Jess, it has been a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, it was so nice to meet you.
I wish you all the best of luck in the house, and me and Taryn will be watching, so do us proud.
I know, that's so nerve-wracking, but I will.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, this is Brent Wolgamott back with one more preseason interview with the cast of Sequester Season 3, and I am here with the last, and maybe the last will be first in this case, person I am talking to today who could win the money and get to the end of the game. Why don't you tell everybody out there in Rob as a Podcast land who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Awesome. Hey everyone, my name's Tori Meehan. I am 23 years old from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm currently pursuing my master's in professional counseling because I'm aspiring to be a therapist for women with eating disorders, and in the meantime I work for a nanny, or as a nanny. So yeah, I'm super excited to be here.
I was just going to say, excited? Apprehensive? Yes.
Well, I've been taking little power naps. So every time I'm awoken up, they're like, Tori, let's go. I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
Yes.
So it's getting closer and closer.
Well, give me a little background in terms of your reality TV viewing habits. So did you start with like something like Survivor, Big Brother, and then you migrated over to Sequester?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have been auditioning for Survivor since I was 18. I'm 23 now, so that's
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
I'm great at math.
5 years that they've rejected you.
Yes, but I am like a persistent person. I will email the casting director a little video of myself every month. Like,
Yes.
I am going to be on Survivor someday.
I believe it.
So it's good to like have
and
a
I know
game
people
like,
that have succeeded at doing what you're doing.
So in 16 years, Chrissy did it 16 years. I'm just trying to get me while I'm like cute and young and fit,
Chrissy and I are like this, by the way.
Really?
Yes. I am a huge fan of Chrissy too. Yes, we had drinks together in I think it was New York, and we were just, I know, right?
Okay.
Look at me name dropping here and there.
Right.
Oh my god.
I would too if I were you.
Well, this is not Survivor though, and it's not Big Brother. It's Sequester. So how did you come upon Sequester, and what do you feel so special about it?
Yeah, so someone actually contacted me because they saw my Survivor audition.
Okay.
And I think the great thing about Sequester is that so many of us that want to be in those games, we have this theory or strategy in our mind, but we never get to actually flesh it out. And so I'm excited to be able to do that, instead of just watching one of these games from my couch, like actually being able to be in it. And I'm so excited to like be part of the action. When you see people, you're like, I would have done that way differently. Or put me in. Like,
that's what I do for a living. I call these people out on their dumb shit that they do in the game, and then they block me on Twitter because I was mean to them.
Ooh, too sensitive.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just a game at the end of the day. Come on, if you made a dumb move, at least own it.
Right.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about Sequester.
Yeah.
Couple of different things going on. Not only is there a jury at the end of the game, like Survivor, like Big Brother, so that's similar, but the thing that's dissimilar is the format of the game changes from round to round. There are different twists that are introduced specifically in the game. You know they're coming. You know that the format's going to change. It's not like Big Brother where they just throw a twist in there whenever the producers want.
Yeah.
It's literally changing round to round, and you have to adapt to it. How do you see yourself navigating this entire landscape of Sequester?
That's actually what excites me about it, is that there is an unknown.
Yes.
And you can only prepare so much to come here.
Yes.
And so I just love all things like puzzles, and my favorite hobby is Scrabble. I'll even play Scrabble against myself.
Triple word score!
Yes, exactly. And so I'm just a very flexible person. I love adapting to new environments. I think that keeps it so fun and fresh. And I just am a huge brain thinker. So the more I'm challenged, the more I can grow, and I thrive in that. I don't like consistency.
So I'm feeling the energy that you watched season 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's be real.
Okay.
Because you're my last interview, and I wanna get down to the real nuts and bolts here. Who played like shit during season 2? Will you let anybody have it, or do you want me to pussy out and give you multiple choice?
No.
The people that I think played terrible.
I'm gonna be honest, and I've been vocal about this.
Okay.
I feel like every person that played last season almost was so petty and immature. I don't know. It's just that's not me. I'm not the person where if you hurt my feelings or try to attack me, I'm not gonna I don't know, attack you personally or get all butthurt about it. That's not me. I feel like it was just very immature and dramatic over the top.
Yes.
So I'm kind of interested to see how my personality works with people like that, because I'm gonna keep them in check. This is just a game, or chill out, sit down, stop trying.
I feel like a lot of that happened because, and I talked about this in a couple other interviews, where the people who were eliminated by votes during the preseason had what the fuck picks for their battle matches, where the people who got picked are why me?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything to you, and that's what led to a lot of drama and a lot of chaos and a lot of indignation on the part of other people, and that's why we got the pettiness that we did.
And I'm not a bitter player. I think people will choose things just out of emotion and reactivity.
Yeah.
But I want to be more logical about it, so I'm not just going with my emotions.
What's your biggest fear going into the house in a couple hours, or maybe an hour? I don't know. It could be close. It could be a half hour from now.
Right. Shoot. Oh my gosh. I have 2 fears. Number 1, that I'm going to be too nice. Because I'm a loving person. I'm a kind person.
You have great energy about you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And another is that, I'm just going to be the center of attention. But that really isn't my heart. It makes me uncomfortable. And I think as a counselor, I'm always focused on other people. That's, my comfort zone.
Okay.
But because I'm loud and I know I'm tall and I dress in crazy colors and crazy pants, I just gain attention a lot. And I'm that can really play against me here because, people will know my name. They'll see I'm there. I'm not just going to... I cannot sit in a corner and just watch stuff. I'm going to be in on it.
You are such an interesting combination because you're absolutely stunning, but you have this quirkiness about you where it's you're a flautist and you play Quidditch and...
You did read my bio.
Of course I did. I remember this shit. And you just have a great energy about you where I think that it will be very appealing to other people.
Thank you.
And I really wish you all the best. I want you to do well. Last question, insofar as the jury goes, are you going to treat them well? Because, that's what me and Taryn and Melissa preach on Big Brother podcast all the time about. People get eliminated, they go over to the jury, and they get bitter because you treated them like shit going out the door, and you didn't know your moves.
Yeah.
So...
How am I going to navigate that? Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not a kind of person, like, I do not have it in my heart to be malicious.
Okay.
Like, there is this side of me that can be very manipulative and deceitful, but, like, I don't like giving life to that so often. So I really, just knowing who I am as a person, like, I'm not going to be someone that is going to treat people that way. Even understanding that this is a game, like, that's just not in me. That's not my heart. So I think that'll be something kind of interesting to see, because that's not really common in shows like this.
Right.
Like, people want to be cutthroat because it's a game.
Yes.
But I kind of want to go at it at a different angle, and it could fall to pieces, but we'll see.
I'll
I'll be the guinea pig.
That is an angle that I am seriously psyched to see,
Yeah.
Tori. I wish you all the best
Thank
of luck
you
in
so
trying to
much.
win this game, and we will watch you every week and see how you
I
do.
appreciate it.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
a pleasure.
Sequester, of all the podcasts, this one